Hey, good morning. Good morning. Um, Happy Saturday morning. Um, so today I woke up and uh, watched about 10 minutes worth of that abstract algebra lecture series. I guess I'll do that every now and then because it's like, to me, it's like Saturday morning cartoon. Okay, that abstract algebra lecture. Um, yeah, it's like Saturday morning cartoon to me. So I watched it for like 10 minutes and then I stopped and because too much information because that professor he does very fast, which is really cool. Quite a challenging class and but it's very hugely entertaining. And did look up some Wikipedia articles about those area of mathematics. I kind of forgot, kind of clunky, rusty about. So it was cool. Yeah, I just watched it for 10 minutes. Abstract algebra lecture. Okay, so all right. I'm not sure if there is anything to prove here. I mean, isn't this too obvious? Well, but obvious or not, yeah, that's what's good about having a very good definition. Because one thing good about definition is that you don't have to prove it. One thing great about definition is that you don't have to prove it. Okay, you can define anything as long as it's something meaningful. All right. In mathematics, you can define anything, but as long as it's something meaningful, okay? And it doesn't have to be useful. No, no. Because usefulness of a definition can come later. Okay, so yeah, trial and error. You cannot know whether your mathematics theory is gonna be useful or not. It doesn't matter really. It doesn't have to be useful. Okay? It just should be well organized. Your definition in mathematics, okay? It just needs to be something meaningful. It doesn't have to be useful. Okay, it needs to be meaningful and well organized. Okay, so this is our second definition of this M set, M for multiple. Okay, and I'm not sure if there's anything to prove here because I guess we can just prove it in English, right? Oh, okay. Well, k is positive integer, a is positive integer, so k times a is also positive integer, right? So how many elements are there? One k ranges from one all the way to TQA, right? Oh, there's one thing I forgot. A T. Okay. A is from one to T. All right. It is set of all multiples of A, each of which is T or less. T is the top, upper limit. Okay. M top T. Okay. So, all right. I mean, T quotient A, it could be one, right? It could be one. But if T quotient A is anything more than one, it's like two or three. Yeah, then how many K's can there be? From one to TQA. Okay, so that's why absolute value of this is just TQA. So yeah, that's the proof. We just proved it in English. Okay, that's totally fine. Okay, it's because it's too obvious. All right, so it's more like we just want to familiarize ourselves with this brand new sets. All right, we are not doing anything fancy. We are not doing topology. I don't know too much about topology. Okay, uh, perhaps I should study sometime, one day. Okay, because they have very interesting names like homotopy or homology or I just like their names. The nomenclature in topology, it sounds very cool, and they use a lot of set theory, logic. So I think topology is an interesting field to study. Probably it has huge influence on the modern development of abstract algebra, like group theory. I think like things like isomorphism and automorphism. I think those terminologies came from topology. I, from that would be my guess. Okay, I think they all those concepts, terminology, names, nomenclature. I think they are borrowed from topology. Group theory borrowed a lot of stuff from topology. I think. Okay, so that kind of proves evidences usefulness and validity of topology. Okay, topology in mathematics. Yeah, you have like Poincaré, right? Something like Henri Poincaré or something, French mathematician who's very famous one. Of course, if you're not into science, you probably haven't heard the name Poincaré, French mathematician. But if you if you studied science in some depth, yeah, you're probably familiar with this name. You probably heard this name. That's pretty much all I know about Poincaré. I don't know too much about his mathematics, his physics, because it's kind of modern and kind of advanced. I don't know anything advanced. I don't. But yeah, Poincaré he did a lot of topology and stuff. So among other things like relativity theory. Some people even think that Einstein's contribution was preceded by Poincaré. Poincaré discovered it first, the special theory of relativity. Okay, some people even think that because yeah, what Poincaré did, it's possible that he did it before Einstein did, or maybe they arrived in the same conclusion about the same time independently, just like Leibniz and Newton. Okay, so Poincaré was kind of outshadowed by Einstein in terms of the special theory of relativity. Okay, but that's politics and mathematics, right? So yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're we're just familiarizing ourselves with this M set, mu set. Okay. I think it's good time I write something down in my notebook. So let me do that. We call this quotient theorem. Okay, so Oh. Okay, so that's the proof. We kind of we, I guess I'm kind of lazy, so I didn't want to prove that. So what did I do? I modified the definition. So I included this property kind of encoded, embedded inside of the definition itself, so that we don't have to prove it. Quote theory. It just comes from definition, okay? So which is fine. I mean, it's not. It looks like cheating, but technically it's not. Okay, it's a fine definition. All right, so uh, okay, yeah, I know it's kind of tricky definition, right? So set of all multiples of a, okay, each of which is less than or equal to t, okay. Let's think about this a little bit, okay. So you have this, right? One, you have right this, and let's multiply k, on each side. So k, ka, kt, right? We know that. We are just playing with it, okay? So, and then we have, um, we gotta write down the Euclidean division formula. It's like, because I feel like we have to do something here, some kind of mathematical thinking, if not proof. But we don't have to prove anything. We're just talking about thinking out loud. Okay, so let's just play with it. Okay, just like a child playing with toys. What is our toy? Because we are adults. Adults still have toys, right? If you have a lot of money, you have like what, snow machine, like snowmobile, or you have some airplane, yacht, other toys, right? But I don't have that kind of money. What do I do? Yeah, my toys are adult toys are just numbers. Poor man's toy, right? Poor grown man's toy, adult toy. Numbers, sure. Oh yeah, now I remember that X-File episode about magicians. Amazing Malini. One of my favorite episodes all the time. Okay. Amazing Malini. Okay. So T is equal to A times some quotient plus some R remainder, right? Where remainder can be zero, but it has to be strictly less than A because A is the divisor. Okay. What's this number? Quotient. That's by definition TQA. Okay. So we know k is from 1 to q. Q is same as TQA. Okay, it's a quotient here. Okay, and well, let's multiply a here. Okay, from this guy. So a multiply a. Put that with positive number. Okay, so Ka AQ. Okay, and Ka it happened to be x. So we have two uh, lines of inequality here. We have that, and k is also x. So k x kt. Okay. I'm just we are just trying to make some sense of this. Okay, so because I'm still debating whether we should put this TQA inside of this definition or not, because it's kind of complex and bulky, heavy definition. Should we separate this out of the definition, or and make it into a theorem, or should we embed this guy into the definition? Okay, so because I want to do this right, I don't want to just let it just be whatever. No, I want to do this right. Okay, because I'm kind of old school. I want to do things right. Okay, so we are like designing a brand new mathematics. Okay, brand new algebra that we call mu algebra. It's kind of important. Okay, so we want to do it right. Yeah, it's kind of yeah. We are designing it. It's kind of formalistic consideration, and because it doesn't really matter because we know it's true. But if it's highly organized, then there will be some internal beauty in it. I mean, don't you want things organized? It looks better, right? Neat and pretty. Yeah, we want that. So yeah, we are designing a brand new mathematics. Okay, we are designing, brainstorming, designing phase, drawing board. So yeah, drawing board right here. So I've got feeling that we should take this out and make it to a theorem so that we have to prove it. Okay, so MAT is a set function. Okay, it takes in two variables, positive integers. Okay, so I mean, we can write it as M open parenthesis T comma A close parenthesis, but we don't do that here, not in humanological mathematics, because we want to be efficient. We don't want, look at us. We're saving 3 strokes of pens. Open parent, comma, close parent. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Okay, we are busy. Okay, because mathematics is just one of many things that we do. We do other things, foreign languages. We do martial art. We do dancing. Last weekend I did dance a little bit. in my home. Okay, I call it bone dancing. Okay, very static, like bone. I don't move very much, but it's still dancing, right? Bone dancing. So that I create a lot of dancing styles. I do. Why? Because by now I learned dancing enough so that I can be a choreographer. I can create my own dancing style. I do that nowadays. Okay, so yeah, first you learn, right? And after you learn enough, you create your own. It could be musical style, musical genre, or some song, right? Or even you can invent a brand new musical instrument, whatever. You create things because we are like children of God. We are just like God. Okay. Yeah. So that's how we interpret in humanology. Children of God means we are just like God. We are not like animals. We have evolved to be more like God. We are ethical, moral, metaphysical. We create something new, something good, not something bad like satanic, tattoo piercing, sugar fetishism, gay marriage, LGBT. Those are satanic things. LGBT, very satanic, evil things. We are not that. We create good things, beautiful things. Okay, so I'm struggling with the definition, design of definition of this set M. Mu is just you take out the very first element. That's mu. Okay, so yeah, but we want to design this correct way. I have a gut feeling that this Q quotient it should not be included in the form definition because definition better be very simple, and this definition is too complex. So we may want to take the Q out quotient and quotient theorem, and we want to prove it separately rather than defining it because that's kind of lazy man's approach. Okay, I think we can prove the quotient theorem. Okay, then how do we define? Because here's the dilemma. Okay, quotient theorem will be the very first theorem in mu algebra. Okay, and how do we prove quotient theorem? From the definition. So we have to design this definition and this theorem so that the theorem, quotient theorem, can be derived from the definition. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of reverse engineering. It kind of look like cheating, but that's fine. I mean, what? I'm not taking any college classes. It's okay to cheat. I'm not taking college classes. I'm not doing final exam. No, I'm not getting any credit for this. So cheating is fine. Good old college days, right? Let's take a break, okay? uh, Sorry. Let's take a break. Okay, we are back. Uh, let's talk about West Point. I have some friends from West Point. Okay, maybe not, well, sure. Because I was in the army and some of the officers were from West Point, and later in my career, yeah, I also met people from West Point. They are cool. They are very well disciplined people. I even have friends from Harvard. Okay, again, good people. And I have some friends who worked for Goldman Sachs too. Again, very good people. They're humane. They're not like all about elitism. No, many of them they do volunteerism. They care. They're good people. Okay, so I talk shit about elitists schools all the time, but is it because is it because they rejected me when I applied? Sure, but uh, my objection to elitist schools is that they're doing fantastic job. Okay, is they're serving very good function for the world and to our country. It's just that Washington D.C. there are too many elitist representation. Okay, they're overrepresented in Washington D.C. Okay, and that's not good. Okay, because uh, they're very brainy. Me, I'm quasi elite because I know some mathematics, right, and some other stuff. I'm very well read, well educated. Okay, but at the same time, I'm kind of living in Alaska as a paper pusher, kind of hermit, kind of. I've been to Ivy League school, but I ended up dropping dropping out because it was too much for me. Okay, so I'm not exactly elitist material because it was too much for me. And the law school I went to is a state school. Okay, it's not private school, but state school can be still very big, famous school like UC Berkeley. That's very elitist school. Or some other big state universities, yeah, they're very very elitist. The law school I went to is kind of like top 10 law school, okay, and I finished it in 2 years. Of course, my GPA wasn't that good. It was barely over 3.0 out of 4.0, okay, but um, but so I'm you can say I'm quasi elite, okay. The thing is this: elites, they in politics. I mean, you American voters. I'm sorry if you're not American. No offense to you, because I'm very liberal in this sense. I love foreign countries. Okay, but because conservative, they will say America first, America the best. No, I'm not an American nationalist. Am I a Korean nationalist? I have some in there, okay, but I am definitely not an American nationalist, okay, because you have to understand this. Okay, I'm very liberal in this sense. Forget about mathematics for now, for a second. Uh, that's very Trump, right? Trumpian, not Trumpian ideology where he bring back all the jobs. So the he brought back all the once outsourced jobs from Latin America to United States, manufacturing jobs. So yeah, unemployment rate is low, okay, because he brought all those manufacturing jobs back to America, right? And then what happens in South America? they're out of jobs. So what do? Gangsters, crimes, because they're not working. So there are this all this violence in Latin America. So now they are. That's why there's this immigration crisis because they are following all those jobs to America. What I would have done is I would never have brought back those jobs to America. And then what about Americans? Yeah, create new jobs in America, brand new jobs with brand new ideas, rather than bringing back this third world country kind of laborious manual manufacturing jobs. That does not belong to America. That belongs to third world countries. Okay, labor intensive jobs. Americans shouldn't be doing that. Because we are better than that. Okay. So yeah, like, and uh, and they shouldn't be coming to America. Okay, by the way, they can go to other countries. They can go to Brazil, Argentina. Why America? They should be coming to America. Okay, so all these immigrants from Latin America, I would say, well, we love you, but we just don't have money to support you. So yeah, please go to some other countries. That's what I would say. But at the same time, yeah, I would re-outsource if I'm the president in 2021. Okay, because those manufacturing jobs, that's not for America. Okay, America is a developed country. It's not a developing country. So America is a developed country, and Americans cannot be satisfied in the long term with manufacturing jobs. Okay, those laborious jobs they belong to third world country. So outsourcing is a good thing. Another thing President Trump is doing wrong that I disagree with is tariff. All right, he shouldn't be imposing tariff like that. Okay, so because I'm very liberal in this sense. I love other countries. I appreciate other countries' culture, their races, their traditions, except marijuana, sugar, um, except marijuana tattoos and piercings. Those are bad traditions. Just like slavery is a bad tradition. They need to be abolished. Okay? So, just like slavery is bad, but it was a long held tradition, right? It's not slavery, it has nothing to do with race. Okay? Bonded servant, servitude, indentured servitude. It was in Asia, it was in Africa, it was in Europe. Yeah, there used to be a lot of white Caucasian slaves, servants. There were Asian slaves, servants, bonded servants, the inheritance of this class system, caste system in India. It was everywhere back in the days. Okay, so slavery, it has nothing to do with race. I want you to know. Okay, so because nowadays you don't have a good leader, and that's why people are so stupid nowadays. Okay, because all the leaders like President Obama, President Trump, they are very ignorant, illiterate in terms of history, philosophy, history. And that's why I'm running for president because not just Americans, the world need a good leader who is smart, who is intelligent, who is educated and learned, like me. Okay, they need me. All right, that's why I'm running for president. But before that, we gotta figure this out, right? Okay. We're gonna need some brand new whiteboard, and we'll take a break. Okay, because I need some vocal rest. Okay. Uh, let me. Let's bring a brand new whiteboard. No, again, it just break my heart. It breaks my heart that I have to erase this because we worked so hard to make this table. Okay, but we are going to erase it. All right. Yeah, the Euclidean square of the first kind. Okay, so we're gonna erase it. All right. So why? Because we need a new whiteboard. All right. So and also it's a kind of discipline for us because we want to do what's difficult and hard, painful. Yeah. I took picture of this multiple times. So let me take a picture of it again. One last time. It's kind of like Jesusian way of thinking, way of doing things. What did Jesus say? Yeah, his future disciples were catching fish with nets in the lake, right? Jesus said, "Follow me." So they abandoned the net. Doesn't this look like fish net? Yeah, fish net, right? We're trying to catch some numbers, which is our fish, right? By the way, yeah, I'm showing you only my mouth because it's kind of interesting framing, right? Yeah, I'm kind of experimental filmmaker. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna abandon this fish net and follow Jesus. Okay. We'll take our chances with Jesus. Mr. Jesus. Mr. Jesus, where are you? Uh, we'll take a break. Okay, take a good look. Because we're gonna erase this shit. Okay, so. I mean, it doesn't give me nightmare, but I want to erase it, okay? So, because I want to get this behind us and move on, okay? So, as a symbolic gesture, we'll erase this shit, okay? So. Alright, take 5. Yeah, the it's kind of rainy day today, so it's cloudy, so I don't see any sun, but I do see daylight. Where's my glasses? I mean, yeah, there are some more to explore because we didn't quite explore this diagonal periodicity in this Euclidean square of first kind, but well, we'll leave that to next generation, or maybe we'll get back to it. Okay, but we're gonna move on. All right. So as a symbolic gesture, we're erasing it. Okay. So it breaks my heart. Okay, but it's like art, the art of letting it go, the art of letting something go. Sometimes we have to do it. If you are Jesus, yeah. Okay, so you follow Jesus. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we have this whiteboard. Okay, so there's some zombies left over. This look like maggots. So many numbers, man. Oh, yee. Maggots, fly larvae infesting this dead animal. Squiggly. Eee. We don't want that shit. It's good that we erased. Don't you think? Kind of clear up our cloud of numbers. Okay. So how do we define very simple way of this? Let's go back to the basics. Definition and examples. Okay, so multiples of 3, each of which is less than 10, each of which is also positive integers, natural numbers. Okay, that's that. Okay, so how do we define that? Okay, so member X of this set, the following is the conditions that X has to satisfy. It's traditional way of writing, defining a set, right? Yeah. X is equal to k times 3, where and X, we want to be a minimalist. We want the simplest definition there is. Okay, we don't want to have too many conditions. Okay, and X one or more, and 10 or less. Probably this is the simplest definition. Okay. Okay. So we got a good definition now. Only 2 conditions, nothing else really. Okay. Oh yeah, one more thing. Then three conditions. X belongs to positive integer. Okay, it's not real number. It's not square root of 2 or 0.2, or no. It has to be positive integer. Okay. I think this is as simple as it gets. Okay. Okay. Now, from this definition, we'll derive what k can be, the range of k. All right. So Again, this is nothing fancy. It's not topology. It's not abstract algebra. It's not group theory. Okay, it's not none of that. It's a set theory. We're dealing with numbers, number theory. Okay, number theory whose history goes all the way back like more than 2,000 years. Not just in the Middle East, but also in China, Egypt. Yeah, well, Egypt is Middle East. Or India. India is not Middle East, right? It's South Asia. India is its own. It's a class of its own, right? Okay? Yeah, number theory, it goes like thousands and thousands of years. Set theory is kind of modern, a little bit. Okay? Yeah, 1800s, 1900s. It at least it actually took a while since Gero Cantor, great German mathematician, one of the greatest. A lot of prominent mathematicians rejected his set theory. Okay, believe or not, prominent ones like Kronecker or I'm not sure about Christoffel, but yeah, Wittgenstein and so many prominent mathematicians rejected set theory. They didn't like set theory very much, but some other prominent mathematicians embraced it, like Hilbert, David Hilbert, and also Poincaré. Okay, yeah, they embraced set theory. All right. No, Poincaré, Gero Cantor. I'm not sure. Did Poincaré like Gero Cantor or did he hate him? Let me see. How about Klein? I gotta look this up. Poincaré and Gero Cantor. Let me look them up. Oh, okay. He didn't like Cantor very much. See, Gero Cantor is very controversial figure in mathematics. Okay, he is the messenger, harbinger of set theory, Gero Cantor, and Poincaré is a big figure in mathematics, right? But he didn't like this Gero Cantor set theory very much, and Gero Cantor he has many enemies. Okay, prominent mathematicians, also prominent philosopher like Wittgenstein, who used to be a high school teacher. Okay, let me look up Gary Cantor and I'll tell you who are his enemies, prominent enemies, because he had many enemies. Gary Cantor, I think he was Christian, maybe, very theological kind of. So other mathematicians like, oh no, you cannot do religion. You cannot do religion in mathematics. Okay, so no, you cannot do religion in mathematics. Leave the religion out of mathematics because we don't want any religion in mathematics. Okay, that's what other people's objection came from. Because Gary Cantor is a very kind of religious guy. Okay, that's why it's so controversial, right? So, but he lived long life. He died in his 70s. Okay, so Kronecker, Poincaré, Wittgenstein. I Yeah, there are some other prominent people, but I'm not familiar with their names, and you won't be either, most likely. Weil, Herman Weil, yeah, that rings a bell a little bit. But Bravo, I don't know, maybe a little bit, but I mean even some theologians oppose them. Kronecker, right? Leopold Kronecker. Okay, he's a big mathematician, like Kronecker delta, for example, in tensor or whatever. So Kronecker delta. I'm just looking at Wikipedia here. Funny, interesting character. Kronecker said Gero Cantor is scientific charlatan, renegade, corrupter of youth. Corrupter of youth. That's the label they put on Jesus and Socrates and probably Plato as well. Corrupt of youth. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, Wittgenstein. In what philosophy? He's good philosopher. He is kind of forced one, not forced, but he put language. He kind of language and philosophy. Okay, yeah, it's not new, but Wittgenstein, he vigorously investigated the relationship between language and philosophy. Okay, so he's he's good. Okay, so but phenomenology, whatever, I don't know. I don't know too much about it. But, so Wittgenstein, he said about Cantor, mathematics is written through and through with pernicious idioms of set theory that he dismissed as utter nonsense and laughable and wrong. So this Georg Cantor, like many prophets in Old Testament, he was persecuted, okay, for his ideas. His ideas. As innocent and innocuous and clean as set theory, it's just idea. Just because you have set theory, it's not like Nazism. It's not evil. It's not anti-Semitism. Set theory. I mean his theory about infinity, okay, transfinite number, whatever. I don't know too much about that, but he got persecuted a lot. And this guy David Hilbert, he was a vocal advocate of Georg Cantor. Okay, he said, "No one shall expel us from the paradise that Cantor has created." Okay, so interesting. So there's the theory that Georg Cantor was Jewish. Oh well, I have no problem with that. Some of my best friends are Jewish. Okay, so I'm not anti-Semitic. Some of my best friends are blacks. Okay, so I'm not a racist either. Okay, and some of my best friends are Asians, of course. Some of my best friends are whites, Hispanics, Middle Easterns, Arabs. So don't call me a racist because I'm not. Also Indians. Okay, some of my best friends are Indians. Okay, so Hispanics, Indians, Native Americans. Okay, so don't call me a racist because I'm not. Okay, so looks like Gero Cantor has some Jewish blood. I guess he's kind of mixed. Okay. But they are also Christians rather than subscribe to Judaistic belief. So ethnically, Gero Cantor was a Jew, at least partially, but I think he was a Christian, not Judaist. Okay. So there are three words. Okay, there's Israel, Israelite, right? The country of nation, state of Israel, and there's Jews and Judaism, which is like their ethnicity and their religion. Judaism, Jews. And then there is Hebrew. Hebrew is like their language, right? I learned this from my Jewish friend. Jewish friend. Okay, so okay, so Kronecker, from what I'm reading here, Kronecker also was a Jew, Jewish descent. Okay, I don't know. The relationship between God and mathematics. Okay, so that's probably where all this controversy about Gero Cantor and his theory of infinity came from. Okay, so he tried to. I think Gero Cantor, what he tried to do is to introduce theology to mathematics. Okay, that's why he faced so much resistance from his contemporary mathematicians, I think, and which is understandable. Back in like 18, late 1800s and early 1900s, I think. I don't know exact years, but probably late 1800s, I think. Okay, so this fantastic writer contributor in Wikipedia, that person is probably most likely a guy. I mean, the writing style, you can kind of tell whether this writer is a man or a woman. But this person seems to be a male. Okay, so yeah, infinity, concept of infinity is about, it's a subject matter of religion, philosophy, and also mathematics. Okay, so Gero Cantor, that was his top subject, theory of infinity. Okay, so it's about philosophy. You have Wittgenstein, right? And it's about religion. Some theologian who didn't like Gero Cantor very much, and there are mathematicians like Kronecker or Poincaré, okay, who didn't like him very much. Okay, so because Gero Cantor, I guess he was very ambitious man. He tried to merge mathematics, philosophy, and theology into all one. His theory of infinity. Okay, so well, that's my interpretation of this. So. Okay, so he identified the absolute infinity with God. So he's he's a very Christian kind of guy. Kind of occult religion, mathematical religion here. He considered his work on transfinite numbers to have been directly communicated to him by God. Okay, like Ramanujan, right? Yeah, direct communication between God and himself. Just like Ramanujan said, he's was some Indian god is in this Hinduist local religion. Direct communication with God. Okay, who had chosen Cantor to reveal them to the world. Okay, so obviously Gero Cantor was very Christian, religious kind of guy. So that's why other mathematicians they hated Gero Cantor because Cantor was very religious man. Okay. Gero Cantor's diagonal argument, yeah, that's very famous proving technique, proof technique, diagonal method. That's something what Kurt Gödel used. Kurt Gödel, his what incompleteness theorem, yeah, it came from Gero Cantor's diagonal proving technique, diagonal method. Yeah, Kurt Gödel, incompleteness theorem. It's from Gero Cantor. Okay, so it's application of that method. Very innovative. Okay. What an interesting, fascinating figure Gary Cantor is. Herr Gary Cantor. So Cantor himself was fiercely opposed to infinitesimals. I'm just reading off of Wikipedia about Gary Cantor, describing them as both abomination and cholera bacillus of mathematics, infinitesimals. Oh well. Yeah, very interesting figure. So he communicated with people in theology, even the Pope, philosophers, and yeah, very interesting figure, Gary Cantor. Okay, so polyglot. He is conversant in many different branch of academia, theology, philosophy, mathematics. Yeah. Friend of Dedekind. Okay. Yeah. So he was professor in Halle University. I think that's not very famous university. I mean, university in Germany. What are some big university in Germany? Heidelberg, right, and some others. I don't know. Maybe just Harvard University is a big university. Maybe I'm just ignorant. I don't know. We take a break very shortly, okay? So it's late on 1800s. Okay. So Gero Cantor was living in poverty. Okay, but that's too bad. World War I. Okay. I guess he was kind of Christian. That's what I'm gathering. So, oh well, interesting figure. Okay, so that's the some fragment, some excerpt from the history of mathematics. Okay, but yeah, I think he's a very cool guy, kind of prophetic. Okay, so all right, we take a break and we get back to whatever. All right, so we got a nice definition here. So okay, yeah, take 5 minutes break. Okay, so okay. All right. Yeah, it's my fresh water. I love water. Agua. we're still in breaks, okay? So, yeah, be patient, alright? So, just looking for my cigarettes, that's all. We'll be back. Okay, so let's forget about mathematics for a second, okay? So, this, yeah, we'll do this, we'll pick this up later, alright? Let's talk about humanology, okay? Because this humanology lecture series right here, okay? So, mathematics is just one part of that. So, let's humanologically analyze this phenomenon, episodes, anecdotes, excerpts from Gary Cantor's adventure. It's about turf war. So what are they fighting for? People's attention, just like politicians or Hollywood celebrities. It's about people gaining people's attention, like they are all attention whores, kind of. Because I'm do I want to be famous? Yeah, because I take it as my job to as a messenger from God to share with you what I have learned from other people. Okay, it's not all from me. No, all these things are from other people. Okay, and but does God directly communicate with me? No, He communicates to me through other people because in humanology, people are God. People as collective entity, yeah, people God, same thing. Serving the people is serving God. Yeah, contributing to humanity is contributing, is serving God. Okay, helping people out, yeah. So, Gary Cantor, he dabbled in philosophy, religion, theology, and mathematics. Anyway, he's a professional mathematician. That's what he did for a living. Okay, that's why he's kind of poor. Okay, so he dabbled in math. I mean, his profession is mathematician, but He dabbled in philosophy and theology, and Wittgenstein like is like, oh, philosophy is my turf, it's my territory, and you're trespassing. You're just mathematician. You cannot come in this my world of philosophy. It's my turf. I should get all the attention, not you. So he kind of tried to kick him out of philosophy. Okay, so and theologians, yeah, oh, theology is mine. Yeah, you cannot. You're a mathematician, outsider. You cannot come to my territory because I'm an attention whore. I'm a theologist. I'm a Christian. So you cannot come here. It's my land. Don't trespass. Kronecker, mathematics. Oh, mathematics is mine. This mathematical audience. They are my ship, my harem. I'm this alpha dog, alpha male in this mathematics. So don't come here. Okay, so that's what it's about. It's like politics or market share in economics or business. It's same everywhere. Harem. You have this what? Elk or some herding animals like elk or bison. They're very polygamous. One male, many females. Right? One star, many audience. Right? That's attention whore, kind of attention pimp, harem. Okay. Yeah, President Trump. Oh yeah, it's me. It's all of me. America and the world. Yeah, I'm the President Trump. Nobody gets in. Okay, unless you become my servant. No competitors. Very animalistic thing, right? Yeah, it's like that. It's about market share. Okay, they want to monopolize. Okay, so that's humanological analysis of the Gary Cantor's adventure. Okay, so now let's talk about race. What else? Of course, yeah, we talk about race because it's very interesting, especially in America, because America is a very multi-ethnic country. We have a lot of races in America. This was great about America. Okay. Uh, you call them white supremacists, okay, but do I believe the white race is supreme? No, of course not. Yeah, I'm not even white. Yeah, white people, they're beautiful, but so is other people, other races. Yeah, black people, oh, they're beautiful, right? When I say black people are beautiful, nobody call me a racist. But if I say white people are beautiful, then suddenly I'm a white supremacist, racist. That's unequal treatment. I mean, if I say black people are beautiful, I'm not a racist. If I say white people are beautiful, suddenly all of a sudden I'm a racist. That's unequal. That's not equality. It's unfair. So liberals are contradicting themselves. It's a self-contradiction. So that's why this hyper anti-racism is satanic, diabolic, evil ideology. Okay, it contains element of self-contradiction. Okay. If I say I love black people, I'm not a racist. But if I say I love white people, I'm a racist. So that's unequal treatment between races. So that's inequality, unfairness, injustice. Okay, so hyper anti racism, this satanic ideology, it contains some self contradiction mathematically. Okay, they're like black supremacists. Okay, they think blacks are the supreme, the best. Only blacks. You cannot say anything good about white people, but it's okay. Actually, it's encouraged. You say everything good about black people, but don't say anything good about white people. Okay, that's racism. Come on. Okay, self contradiction. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, we are connecting mathematics and politics. Well, it's one of many things, magical things that we do in humanology. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, they call them white supremacists, but I wouldn't call them white supremacists. They are Americans, okay. They are more like Caucasian preservationists, Caucasian conservationists. They want to protect and preserve their Caucasian heritage. Okay, I like that. Okay, so also yeah, black conservationists. Okay, yeah, we want blacks to be blacks to protect and preserve the purity of black race. It's because they are beautiful. Black people, oh, they're fantastic people. I mean, Koreans, we love black people. Okay, Koreans, I'm American Korean, Korean American, whatever. But yeah, you go to South Korea, yeah, they love black people. They do. Okay, because they're beautiful. Yeah, blacks are beautiful people. Their skin color, their skin tone is unique, one of kind, like black pearl, black jaguar. Yeah, Black Panther. Okay, so yeah, they're very beautiful people. White people, they are beautiful too. You're all beautiful, okay? No matter what race you have. I almost said no matter fucking what race you have, but you're beautiful people no matter what race you have. Okay, you are mixed. Yeah, you're beautiful too. Okay, so you're all beautiful people. Okay. Yeah. Let's do mathematics, shall we? Let me shut the fuck up and do the mathematics. Okay, so. Uh, okay. Probably this is the best, simplest definition of this M set. Okay, you have top, okay, M top T, and you have some number A, whatever. Yeah, we can call it D as a divisor, but oh well. We just, yeah, if you're having difficulty of generalizing something, abstract things, yeah, make it concrete, bring it down to earth. Alright, make some concrete examples with numbers rather than letters. Do step by step, okay? Physical level, then metaphysical level. Numbers, letters, okay? Examples, general formula, okay? So, yeah, because I'm an educator, okay? So my job is to reach out and teach people, okay? Yeah, I was always interested in education, okay? Always. Alright, we don't do this. Uh, Positive integers, okay? So, alright. So, yeah, we got that, okay? So, in Buddhist philosophy, at least in Korea, okay, they're saying, yeah, you use your ladder to go to the higher, to climb up to the higher ground, but once you go to the higher ground, you abandon the ladder and move on. Of course, you may say, oh, why don't you carry the ladder to go to even higher ground? Well, but a ladder, have you ever carried a ladder? It's heavy, right? Maybe this guy who went to higher ground and abandoned the ladder, maybe he will move on and he will find another ladder to use because to carry this ladder out is just too heavy, right? It's like Jesus saying, don't look back. Yeah, abandon your net, abandon your father, and follow me. Okay, don't look back. That's what Jesus said. So preachers don't talk about this, right? Because they don't understand. Pastors, preachers, Yeah, they went to some seminary schools, and yeah, I know some of them are fantastic because I know some of them are fantastic. Okay, some pastors, yeah, they are my great mentors, teachers, counselors. Okay, so I ask them to pray for my friends when they are in experiencing some hardship. Of course, I give them due offering like $20. Okay, so I because yeah, they have to run their church, right? They need money, so I don't have too much, but I do offer them what I can as a token of appreciation. Okay, but their prayer is priceless. You cannot put a price tag on their prayers. Okay, and their teaching sermons, preaches. Yeah, I love them. I listen to them in the radio. Sometimes I go to church too. Okay, every once in a while. But it's just that I've been attending churches for three more than 3 decades. So it's time for me to graduate, to move on, abandoning the ladder, kind of. Okay, so graduation, right? So anyway, okay. Now our fourth theorem would be quotient theorem, right? We need to prove this thing. Do I know how to prove it? Not yet. I don't. Okay, we are just sliding t down and we convert m to q. Okay, and we get rid of this absolute value symbol. Okay, so this is what we need to prove. There's a quotient theorem. I have no idea, so maybe we should get back to physical level, get down to earth, and make some concrete examples. We'll do so after a break, okay? Because I should start cooking my breakfast. Okay. Go ahead and prove this, okay? Because I don't know how to, all right? I have to think about it. Take five, okay? All right. Where are my cigarettes? Uh, okay, take five, okay? Okay, we're back. Yeah, it's the morning is turning to a day, so I have to change because I'm kind of hot. So we'll get back to this later on. I don't know how to prove this yet. Okay, I have to think about it. Okay, so let's take a break. Okay, for mathematics. So let's do something easier, like as easy as politics. Okay, so compared to mathematics, politics so easy, right? Uh, I have many friends. Okay, so I chat with my friends. At work and at other places. Yeah, so we talk about politics. Okay, so and religion, two taboos, forbidden topics to talk about, right? But my friends, yeah, they are like me. Okay, we love politics and religion, so we talk about the taboo topics. Okay, so yeah, they're my friends. So in my humble opinion or arrogant opinion, if it counts, uh, enemy is not without. Enemy is within, right? Within yourself and within our country. I mean, who's killing America? Who is killing America? Americans. It's not Iran. It's not North Korea. It's not Russia. It's not China. It's Americans killing Americans. And same is true for every single country in the world. Okay? Nowadays, in 2019, no other country is invading another country. Okay? Conflict is within. Okay? We are in international peace where, yeah, United Nations, I think, is doing good job to keeping this international peace between countries. Yeah, United Nations, I talk shit about them all the time, but I think they are doing good job. Okay, United Nations. Yeah, they are keeping international peace good. No country is fighting another country nowadays. Okay, so they're doing a good job. United Nations. All right. So let's give that some due appreciation. All right. So and then so it's Americans killing America or Koreans killing other Koreans. It's about infight. I have read a lot of biographies of Sam Walton, Iacocca, of General Motors, whatever. Yeah, it's about infighting within the company. Okay. In America, who is killing Americans is Americans, criminals. The people we call criminals. Okay, so because criminals they are animals. Okay, they are like animals. They never evolved in to become a human being. They're just like animals. That's why they kill, they steal, bully. Okay, and because they never got education from their parents, so they didn't have good parents. They didn't pick. Nobody get to pick and choose their parents. We are born into the parents. Okay, so it's not their fault. So our job is to share with them uh, the discipline. Okay, to make them become a human being. Okay, so that's my idea. Well, God's idea that's given to me that I want to share with you. Yeah, brand new prison system. Yeah, it will be mass incarceration. It will be slavery because we'll lock them all in jail, and we will force them to work. It will be slavery. It will be mass incarceration. Okay, if I'm the president, I'll make that happen. Okay, but we are not gonna call it prison. We call it 101. Back to the basics. 101. Institute of Improvement. Okay, 101. Go back to basics. Okay, because they didn't have good parents, so they didn't learn that it's not okay to kill people. It's not okay to steal things from other people. You have to work in order to live. You have to earn your food. They didn't learn that, so that's why they become criminals. We'll teach them how to work, how to be disciplined. If they refuse, well, we'll let them die of starvation and we'll sell their body parts, their organs. And one way or the other, prison system will be self-sustaining. It will not take a single penny of taxpayers' money because that's what's unjust, injustice. Why people like us, law-abiding citizens, why should we paying for their food and shelter? Why should we be punished when they are just living their free meal, free life, no labor? They're just sitting there in prison, watching television, going to the prison gym, free gym membership. They are not being punished. They are being rewarded for their crimes. That's why crimes never cease. Because we are awarding them for committing crimes. So they become repeating criminals, usual suspects. Just they commit crime again and again because they don't get punished. They don't learn a lesson because we are not teaching them a lesson. We are not punishing them. Rather, we are awarding them with free meal, free shelter, hotel, kind of retirement plan, free gym membership, prison, free library, come on, free television. You commit a crime, yeah, you don't get punished, you get rewarded. That's today's prison system in America, okay? They need to change. We'll have to teach them how to work. We have to rehabilitate them to a legal, law-abiding citizens, normal, yeah, functioning individuals, members of society. We have to rehabilitate them by teaching them how to work. Okay, so that's the idea. It's not about torturing them. No, we'll be humane. If they prove themselves in prison, yeah, we'll release them because they know how to work. They work hard. They are diligent. They have job skill. Yeah, we release them so that they can live outside of prison. Okay. So that's the idea. It's about human salvation. It's about eliminating crimes. Okay, so you want to see that? You vote for me in 2020 November. And President Trump, come on, there's no competition between me and him. Okay. I'm better than him and I'm better than anybody else. Okay. I'm sorry to be saying this, but I'm better because I'm humble. Okay, I learn from people. All these ideas is not from me. It's not from God's direct communication to me. No, it's from other people. Because I'm humble, I'm willing to learn from others. That's why I'm more knowledgeable than anybody else. Because I'm the humblest. Just like Jesus said, or Solomon said, yeah, you have to, or some Taoist, Chinese philosopher, Eastern philosopher said, yeah, you have to humble yourself. You have to lower yourself so that other people are higher than you and they can pour water down to you, wisdom. You learn from other people by lowering yourself. Humility. Okay? It's very Christian and also it's very Eastern philosophy, Western East. Okay? Now let's get back to this. Again, politics so easy, mathematics not as much. Let's take a break, okay? Let's take 5, okay? Yeah, we'll take a break. I'm cold. Okay, my friends. The logic is compelling. And that's kind of expression I learned from TV show 24. Logic is compelling, okay? Yeah, innocent people like you and me, we didn't commit any crimes. So why are we paying to feed these criminals in prison? Okay, so taxpayer-based prison system is wrong. Okay, so you are punishing innocent people and you are rewarding criminals. That's not. That's the worst system there can be. Taxpayer-based prison system. Okay, is the worst possible, the most unjust, unfair system there can be. We are punishing taxpayers, hardworking people, innocent people, law-abiding citizens of America or any other country. Okay, to feed, to reward criminals who killed us, our friends and family members. They need to stop. Okay, they have to pay for their own crimes. So yeah, they will be working in prison, and they will compensate the family of their victims of their own crimes. Okay, otherwise they are not getting out of jail. It's that simple. Right? It's about compensation. Okay, we will have to combine tort law and criminal law into one. Okay, so I know how to do it. Okay, because I know law, I know the law, I know the system. Okay, so if you wanna see that, then you vote for me in 2020 November. Okay, then I'll be your president in America, and I will lead the country toward the right direction, and I will get rid of crimes once and for all in human history. Okay, I know how to do it. Okay, so uh, but it's up to you. Okay, you vote for somebody else like President Trump or Joe Biden, ex Vice President Joe Biden, old people. It's up to you. Okay, so now this. It's laughing at me. It's laughing at us. Oh, you don't have guts to do mathematics. So you just keep talking politics. What? Yeah, these guys are laughing at me. Mathematics, spirit of mathematics, laughing at me. Oh, so what? You wanna run for president? Oh, you're soft core, right? You're not hardcore. You cannot do mathematics. So you wanna do politics? Oh, soft core. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Maybe. Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how to prove this yet, okay? So, do you? Teach me, alright? I gotta have some thumbs, man. Esophagus is yelling at me, barking at me. Okay. Well, my breakfast is about ready. We have 1 hour to go, okay? So, I have no idea, okay? So, we'll make some examples, alright? So, we'll make some examples, okay? How about 14? Top 14, 3, okay? According to this definition, okay, K times A is 3, right? And this A was 3, right? Yeah, it's more than 1, okay. So, but it should be less than 14. And it's multiple of K. and x should be positive integer. So I don't think it's complete because k can be like what 6. Well, k can be some rational number. A can be rational number like 1 over something, and k can be. So man, I want to make it lean, not obese. I want to cut out all the extraneous unnecessary part. I want this definite right, but integer can be made with some rational numbers, right? Like 3 times 2 over 3 is 2. 3 times 2 over 3 is, and that's not what we are looking for. We want k to be an integer too. Let's add one more thing, okay? Both a and x, let's say they belong to positive integers, okay? So, and then a and x are positive integers, then k has to be also positive integer, okay? Why? Because in group theory, we don't have to mention group theory, but okay, you have some integer, okay? Integer I is not imaginary number, it's integer, okay? I1 is k times I2, some integer, okay? Then k has to be an integer. Maybe we have to prove this shit. Sure, let's prove it. We call it integer theorem, okay? We call it integer fucking theorem, alright? So, and I'm kind of getting cold, so. This jacket is too heavy because you have cigarettes, lighter. So we'll unload this. And I'm gonna put on my socks too. Yeah, I'm drunk, right? But I can stand on my one foot. You see? Because I know martial art. I know how to balance. I know drunken style. Okay, so what's drunken style? It's about self-control. Okay, you are drunk, but you control yourself. Okay, so okay, we talked about that many times. So I is an integer, and I1 is integer, I2 is integer, and I1 can be expressed as k times, if I1 is equal to k times I2, then k is also an integer, okay? So comma means and, logical and, okay? If these two things are true, and then k is also an integer, okay? So we have to prove this. We call it integer theorem, alright? So IT, integer theorem. So how do we prove this? Okay, proof by contradiction. Assume we are proving the what? Contrapositive. Contrapositive, okay? Assume that k is not belong to integer, okay? Well, first, we are going to restrict ourselves. We are not going to deal with irrational number or complex number. Okay, we just strictly deal with rational numbers. What's a rational number? A number that can be expressed in terms of natural number over natural number. Okay, some fraction, finite fraction. Okay, so okay, we are not gonna write it out. We just say it in English. Okay, assume k that does not belong to integer. Okay, so k is equal to a over b, where b is not 1. Okay, so like 3 over 2 or 2 over 3, but it's not like 5 over 1, because 5 over 1 is 1. I mean, 5 over 1 is 5. That is integer. Okay, it's rational number. Okay, we call it fraction, right? Non-integer rational number, fraction. Fraction set is set of rational numbers who's not integer. Okay, so my goodness. Fraction is integer set. Fraction set is integer set minus, I'm sorry, rational number q, yeah, quotient, right? Rational number set q minus integer. Okay, that's, it's a proper set. It's all okay, meaning x, where x is a over b, a and b belongs to integer. But b cannot be 0, so and b is not 0. Okay, so that's fraction set f. Okay, it is important, all right, for our purposes. Nobody may care about us. It's okay, because again, in humanology, we don't depend on other people for happiness. We are not attention whores. We are like divine. Okay, we derive happiness from God, high and above. We don't derive happiness from people. We are like metaphysical. We are like divine. We are children of God, sons and daughters of God. So we don't need an audience. Okay, we don't need other people's attention. Okay, all right. It's okay that nobody appreciates us. We are still happy. Why? Because we enjoy doing this. Like Lego. Yeah, if you are a child, you enjoy. When I was a child, yeah, you enjoy making this Lego. You appreciate your own creation of this Lego construction, your creativity. Nobody has to appreciate our work. We enjoy our work. We are like plant, photosynthesis producers, not consumers. We just like plant. We get inspired from the sun, the light, God. Okay, and we make our own things. We don't need to be appreciated by other people. Okay, all right. Proper fraction set. Okay, you get rid of all the integers. It's just pure fractions like 2 over 3, 3 over 2, but not like 5 over 1. No. Okay. It's proper fraction set. Okay? And we are not talking about real numbers. We are talking about rational numbers. Okay? We are not talking about complex numbers. No. Not square root of 2, not transcendental numbers like e or pi. We are not dealing with that shit, okay? We are not dealing with real numbers. We are dealing with rational numbers, okay? All the numbers, rational number q, quotient, okay? They can be expressed in this a over b when a and b are integer, okay? And b is not 0, alright? We don't want to go too fancy, okay? We did this in infinity algebra before, but we are not doing that now, okay? So, okay? Yeah. The fractions, that's not an integer, okay? So that's fraction set f, okay? Okay, so let's uh, one more condition. Let's say k belongs to this rational set. Okay. Okay. So if k does not belong to I integer, but k still belongs to q rational number, so then k has to belong to fraction set f. If that's true, then k times I to no, that does not that doesn't necessarily become a fraction, another fraction. Because k can be 3 over 2 and I2 can be 2, then that becomes an integer. Oh man, number theory is very tricky, okay? How do you prove this? If I1 is an integer and I2 is an integer and k times I2 is the same as I1, then k is also an integer. Okay, so how can we prove that? I don't know. Let's make some concrete example. Okay, your number what 12, right? Is what 3 times 4, right? So 12 is an integer, 4 is an integer, but can this be non-integer? Okay, so that's the question. How do we prove that? It's obvious, right? But to prove it, not as simple. Okay, so maybe we should use Euclidean division somewhat, somehow. I don't know. It's a interesting problem to prove. In mathematics, sometimes we try to prove something very obvious, but the proof thereof is not as obvious. Yeah, it comes many times in mathematics. Okay. How can we prove that k is an integer? Again, this is nothing about fancy mathematics like topology, group theory, abstract algebra. No, it's not that. It's very elementary stuff, but it's still challenging. Maybe if you know abstract algebra, group theory, maybe you have a way to prove this. Oh well, I don't know any group theory. Okay, so I'm primitive, like I'm an ape, mathematical ape, monkey. Okay, I don't have fancy tools like some of you may have. Maybe you are laughing at me now. Yeah, by all means, laugh at me. Okay, so oh, he's politician. He's running for president. Idiot. Sure. Yeah. Laugh at me, okay? I'm happy to entertain you, make you happy, bring some smiles and laughter to you. I'm all for that. I'm an entertainer. I want to entertain you, okay? Self-deprecative joke. Sure. No problem. Just like Jesus. Yeah. Jesus said, "Eat my flesh, drink my blood." That's what Jesus said, okay? Yeah, I will go to crucifixion. I die for you. Self-sacrifice. Me? Metaphysically, yeah, I can do all the metaphysical crucifixion, but not physical crucifixion. Okay, because I want to live. I want to survive. I'm not a suicidalist. I'm a survivalist. I'm an Alaskan American. Okay, I know how to survive, and I want to survive. I'm a fighter. So should you be. Okay, be a fighter, survivalist. But don't kill anybody. Okay, so work. Am I not working? It's Saturday morning. I'm working. Okay, I'm doing my best. So group theory is all about closedness. It's like exclusive right, exclusive membership, like Rotary Club or some rich people's club. It's very tight knit community. They don't want anybody outsider. Okay, elitist kind of. That's group theory. Okay, it's closedness. Yeah, no matter what you do, this operation, yeah, you're closed. Okay, like plus minus one, plus minus I. Okay, yeah, you multiply to each other, it becomes plus minus one or plus minus I, imaginary number. Okay, so it's about closedness. That's group theory. It's a group. Nobody else can come in, or nobody else can go out. We are closed. Okay, we are tight. That's group theory. Okay, that's secular way of understanding group theory. Okay, it's a very elitist kind of like occult kind of closed group. Nobody goes out, nobody comes in. We are closed. Okay, so that's group theory. Okay. Yeah, multiplication and integers, it forms a group. I know that much. But we don't want to use group theory here, okay? Because that's kind of foreign to me. I don't know much about group theory. I know basics, but we don't want to use group theory here, okay? So we just want to do it old fashioned. Nothing modern, okay? Contemporary, no, no. We do old-fashioned way, like Greek, 2,000 years ago. We do it that way, okay? So because we are old school, okay? So we are not new kids on the block, American band. We are old, clunky, rusty, old people in the corner, okay? In some, what's the word? Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. Okay, so old people in cul-de-sac. I am. I don't know about you, but cul-de-sac. I guess kind of a French word, right? I mean, yeah, it's like no way out on the corner, right? It's like what's another English word for that? I'll have to look it up. Cul-de-sac. Yeah, dead end, right? Not a thorough street, not a through street, right? Dead end. Yeah, no exit. Yeah, you want that's kind of the highly prized property at the end of the street, right? Because nobody comes there. It's kind of isolated. You're surrounded by trees, cul-de-sac property. Your house, if it's a cul-de-sac property, nobody comes there because it's not a thorough street. It's not a thoroughfare. So not many people come over there in the cul-de-sac property. Your house, okay? So somebody's house. Yeah, so it's very peaceful, quiet. Not many people come here. It's very quiet. No thorough traffic. Okay. We'll take a break very soon. Okay, so. I don't think it's too difficult to prove this. Okay, so we call it integer theorem. Okay, kind of blasphemous, sacrilegious kind of nomenclature, neologism, but yeah, we just call it integer theorem. Okay, so integer is like big, you know. This is very small property of integer, but we call this blasphemously, sacrilegiously. We call this integer theorem. So maybe I should go to mathematical hell for this. Okay. Maybe I should go to hell for this by calling this small theorem as integer theorem. Oh, how dare you! You have to go to hell for this. I'm lazy. I'm not too lazy because I'm working Saturday morning, but we could just call it integer theorem, alright? So how do we prove this? Yeah, we assumed k belongs to some rational number, okay? We don't care about irrational number, real number, complex number. No, we don't care about that shit. Okay, so no, we're in number theory universe. So okay, so you have the set subtraction, right? But when there is no, we can pass this to the other way. Okay, in set theory, you cannot always do this, but in this special instance, you can say I plus f is equal to q. Okay, union. Okay, integers, non-integer rational numbers like fractions, proper fractions, like 2 over 3, 3 over 2, which is not integer. Okay, so they, if you union them together, then it becomes rational numbers, rational set. I'm sorry to show you my bald spot. I'm balding. I'm losing my hair. What can I do? Okay, so maybe I should put some spray on so that I kind of hold the water together. So that you can hold the water together and hide my balding spot. Uh, uh, okay, so we'll make two cases whether, okay, K belong to rationality, right? Rational set. Okay, which is fraction or integer. Okay, that's rational set. Pure fractions and pure integers, combine them together, unionize, yeah, it makes this rational set. Okay, so yeah, K belongs to Q, so it could be fraction or it could be integer, right? But that doesn't quite prove this. But what if K is 3 over 2 and I2 is 2? It still belongs to, becomes 3. But K is not integer, it's 3 over 2. So obviously this is wrong. Okay, then it's wrong. So we disprove that shit. Fine. So integer theorem is wrong. So it's not a theorem. It's a failed conjecture. Okay, so okay, fine. So how do we prove this? I don't know. We have to prove it some other way. Okay, so but at least we defined a brand new set, fraction, proper fraction set. It's not integer. Okay, it's purely fraction. 3 over 2, 2 over 3. Okay, the denominator cannot be 1. All right. At least we define this crap. Okay, so we define this shit. Let me write it down, and we'll take a break. Okay. Again, we are discovering many things. Okay, so proving something is a good practice because we learn something new that we would not have learned otherwise. Okay. All right. Take 5. Okay. Yeah. Take 5. I'm getting sleepy. I gotta eat my breakfast and yeah, watch some YouTube video about wild Siberia, Soviet Union, Russia, Siberia. Oh, so beautiful. Beautiful animals, plants, landscape. sky, cloud, Siberia, Lake Baikal. I was watching the YouTube video last night. Yeah, then I fell asleep. So I didn't go anywhere. Okay, I didn't go to a bar. No, I fell asleep. Okay, take five. Okay. All right. Okay. I got a joke for you. Mathematical joke for you, okay? So I personally I attempted to sabotage this temple of integers. Oh, we're gonna call this integer theorem. Oh yeah, let's sabotage this temple, this religion of about integers, or this Greek philosophers, whatever. Okay, Diophantin, whatever. But I failed. Okay, so the holiness of integer, temple of integer is preserved. Because I tried to sabotage it, I failed. Okay, because we found some counter examples. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, oh well. I think that's kind of funny, don't you? Well, obviously then you and I we have different sense of humor. Whatever, okay. Yeah, whatever, okay. Yeah, W, whatever, okay. So something I learned from this homeless shelter more than 20 years ago when I was in this homeless shelter in Los Angeles, California. Great people, okay. Yeah, volunteers. Some of them are teachers, counselors. They're fantastic. So let's take a break from this mathematics bullshit, okay? So yeah, who cares about mathematics? Okay, I don't. I do, but at the same time, sometimes at different times, I don't. I don't give a fuck about this shit. So when I was home, I ran away from South Korea, and I told you about this before, right? I ran away from South Korea, okay, and then they tried to make me an elitist. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna be one of you elitists. So yeah, I ran away after I scored this big exam in Seoul, South Korea, high school, 11th grade. No, it was 12th grade. Okay, I scored big in this exam, so yeah, yeah, we're gonna award you. So no, I don't want to be a part of that elitist idolatry. I do not want to be a subject of this idolatry of academia. I don't want to be an idol. So I don't want to receive this award in public. Okay, please do not award me in public. It's my GPA, it's my privacy, so I want to protect and preserve my privacy. I don't want my number one status in this high school exam. I don't want it to become public. It's my privacy. It's my transcript. I don't want it to be seen by anybody else. And they said no, so I ran away. I said no to them too. Okay, so I didn't just run away. I ran away from. I didn't just run away from the school, the city. I ran away from the country, South Korea. I ran away to America. Okay, so I was housed in this homeless shelter in for runaway teenage kids in Los Angeles, California, and they were very nice to me. Okay, like Hispanics, whites, blacks, they were very nice to me. Okay, and this kind of obese Caucasian Californian teacher, whatever, gentleman. Okay, cool guy. That's how I learned that phrase. Whatever. Okay, W. Whatever. Okay, so anyway, so there was something I wanted to talk about. Okay, so no mathematical things. What's that thing? I forgot. It's about something I learned from somebody else. I forgot. I'm sorry. just slip through my memory. Okay, because I have learned so many different things in my life. 4 decades, more than 4 decades of my life. I'm 41. Okay, 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago, I it recalled to my consciousness main memory. Our brain is like computer, right? You have main memory and you have hard disk drive, permanent long-term memory and short-term memory. Okay, it resurfaced to my memory. Okay, from the hard disk long-term memory to my short-term memory, and it slipped back to long-term memory. Okay, so and I don't recall what it is. Some lesson I learned from other people. What is that? I don't know. I cannot recall it. Let's maybe you will resurface again, resurface. I just cannot remember what I wanted to talk about. There's so many different things so that I learned. So, but it's annoying because I want to talk about it, but I don't remember that thing that I wanted to talk about. Whatever. All right. So, all right. Let's try to get back to this. All right. So, uh, okay. So we have to say K also belongs to positive integer. Okay. What the fuck? K, A, X, they all belong to positive integer. Okay. Because integer theorem, yeah, it doesn't exist because we disproved it. So that conjecture failed. That's fine, right? We're evolving. We are evolving. We are changing. Okay, so yeah, AKX. Yeah, what? Whatever. Ex Korean. Yeah, I'm an ex Korean. I used to be a Korean citizen, right? Yeah, kind of double citizen between America and Korean. Whatever. KAX, the all positive integer, okay? So we have to prove this. Quotient theorem, okay? Quotient theorem. We know that's true, but we have to prove it. Now it's just conjecture, okay? So we have left hand side, right hand side, left right proof, okay? Quotient conjecture, quotient theorem. Again, let's go back to example, okay? We have to prove this quotient theorem based on this definition, right? And some other basic arithmetic theorems and truths and facts. And I'm having tremendous difficulty because I'm not good at mathematics. Okay, I'm not good at mathematics. Okay, I just like it. I love mathematics, but I'm not good at it. I'm amateurish, dilettante, hobbyist, aficionado. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. Again, it's very elementary. It's not higher mathematics. It's elementary arithmetic. It's nothing topology, group theory, calculus, Riemann zeta function, or complex number Euler's formula. It's nothing fancy. Okay. But to prove this is not, at least to me. Maybe you already proved this. Tell me. Help me. Because I'm having trouble, okay? I just don't know how to prove this thing. Based on this definition, I'm struggling. Can't you see? Yeah, I'm drinking vodka. That helps. Or not. Whatever. It's my Saturday morning. You have to give me a break. I'm at home. I'm not driving anywhere. After this, I'll have breakfast. I will watch some YouTube video about the Siberian wildlife. I'm not doing anything illegal. Vodka and mathematics, okay? Do they mix? I don't know. There are a lot of Russian mathematicians, and Russians, they drink vodka. So how do we prove this? Oh my goodness. So you have 4 here, right? And the 4 here, that's the left hand side. Quotient, that's the right hand side, right? So I want some nice, beautiful, neat proof, clean proof of this algebraically. Okay, so quotient theorem, all right. Well, we have to start with this Euclidean division, right? As usual, T is equal to A times Q, aqua, whatever, plus R, right? Where R is 0 or more and strictly less than a. Okay? They're all positive integers. Right, so let's just add one more here, okay? T is also belongs to positive integer. A, X, KT, they're all positive integers, alright? So to make it easier for us, because it's a very difficult problem, at least for me. Maybe for you, maybe you already proved this. Well, congratulations, alright? Okay, well, let's explore this. So we have this condition, right? 1 x k times a t aq plus r. Okay. And we also know that q is same as t q a. Okay, it's shorthand, all right? Okay. Maybe I maybe I should stop drinking vodka. Okay, maybe I should stop drinking vodka because maybe there's very easy way to prove this, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, maybe because I'm drunk. Maybe I should stop drinking vodka. Okay. Do you see this? How do you prove this? It's something very obvious, but to prove it, there's another story. Maybe I should stop drinking vodka. Okay, because I'm not quite seeing the easy way to prove this thing. It's, we have less than 1 minute left. Okay, so yeah, I'm not getting this in what 45 seconds. Okay, so we'll continue sometime later. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry if I failed you. But we continue. Okay, we're not gonna give up. We keep on fighting. All right. So thank you. See you soon. Bye.